Na kérem szépen, minden alkalommal így kezdünk, hogy na kérem szépen, szóval szervusztok, itt vagyunk, néha játszunk, és visszatértünk ugye Athénba, felfedeztük Attika minden titkát. Attika, érted? Attika olyan, mint hogyha Attila minden titkát felfedeztük volna. És itt egy valak sziget már 30-asra váltott, és folyamatos bennünk a kétség, hogy merre tovább, sziget felfedezősdi, vagy küldetés továbbvivősdi, és úgy vagyunk most jelen pillanatban a dologgal, hogy nézzük meg. Nézzük meg, mit kínál még ugye Athén, itt a fő küldetések szempontjából, aztán meglátjuk, merre gördíti tovább ezt az egész történetszálat a rendszer. Úgyhogy itt még 2 küldetésünk van. Menjünk és nézzük meg. Azért küldetésezünk, mert ugye elkezdtük világfelfedezőst játszani. Hoppá, igen. És egy csomószor azt tapasztaltuk, hogy találtunk egy quest item, tehát hogy küldetéshez kapcsolódó tárgyakat találunk. Viszont ugye nincs küldetésünk még felvéve, tehát ez azt jelenti, hogy valamikor egyszer azok hasznosak lesznek. És oké, ez nem baj, a halálunk az, amikor egy területre újra vissza kell menni, csak azért, mert hirtelen azután jelenik meg egy tárgy, ott ahol voltunk, ahol, hogyha a küldetés is már ugye elindítottuk, kitriggereltük, hirtelen újra ott megjelenik, addig az a tárgy nincs a dobozban, ami ugye hát valljuk be, hogy elég furi, és ez itt elméletileg nem így van, de mégiscsak szeretünk úgy haladni, hogy nem, úgy, jó, akkor itt bemászunk. Az ajtók zárva vannak, hogy már azért mégis megvan, és céllal megyünk oda, hoppá! Hé! Mi ez a rengeteg kígyó itt? Igen, a kígyók nem nagyon szeretik, arra már rájöttünk. Ja, ottan átcsorog a csávó. Illetve hát le van kötözve. Annyira nem átcsorgott. Ez a jobb fegyver. Csak hogy tisztában legyünk, igen, most nem emlékeztem a melyik a jobb. Meg a bal.
I don't think they'd eat you.
But they would have certainly killed me, so thank you.
I'm always happy to help someone in need.
The world could do with more like you, especially now.
Periklész sent me. He was worried about you. You often get tied up and surrounded by snakes?
How can you joke about this? Thugs broke into my home, dragged me here, tied me up and surrounded me with these hideous creatures. They must be stopped.
The snakes?
The thugs!
Ja, miért raknak körét
Why would
kígyókkal?
anyone do this?
Politicians are easy targets in these troubled times. When they tied me up, they said I was a snake. That I should die by my own kind.
Did you recognize the people who did this?
Periklész asked me to go down to the fishing district and talk with the poor and sick, to give them hope. That's how I recognized their voices.
Oh yes,
They threw rotten food and yelled insults at me. These thugs disguised their faces, but their voices and the stench of fish were unmistakable.
Where should I look?
I couldn't see their faces, but I recognized their voices from one of the districts I visited. They're regulars at Cleon's rallies. They live in the flooded part of the city, near the wall.
Egyébként nem érzem úgy, hogy ő ott
I'll track them down, Metiojos. Don't
kicsit
worry.
olyan
Tensions are high right
fellengzősen beszél.
now. At this rate, we'll
Ezeket a
tear each other apart within the city before the
szegény
smugglers can reach the
szegényebb
walls.
népeket olyan kicsit lekezelőbben nyilatkozik róluk, de hát jó, lássuk, hogy miért is támadták ők meg őt. És mi vették körbe kígyókkal? Jó, hát azért, mert hogy ő egy kígyó, de ez azért elég béna indok.
The part of Athens I doubt Periklész is proud to talk about. There has to be a clue around here somewhere.
Ha, basszus!
Snakes. Like the ones that were meant to kill Metiojos.
Ki tudnám hagyni egyébként ezeket? Ez kötelező, hogy itt kígyókkal kelljen foglalkozni? Hoppá.
Snake bites. And someone hid the body. Though I have a feeling this death was an accident.
Ja, ez is baleset volt, megmaradt az egyik kígyó, és jól elrejtették. Ide, de még pont ennyire hátra, hát ezzel nem vitték túl messzire.
It looks like the thugs who attacked Metiojos weren't the masterminds behind this plot. This must be the house of Metiojos' attackers. But the letter proves they're just tools in someone else's plan. Whose?
What the fuck are you
Jó,
doing
hát ők
sniffing
csak
around my house?
eszközök itt.
You attacked Metiojos. I found the snakes, the letter from your friend, and a body. All here.
Boraktis. We all knew the risks. Change don't happen without a bit of blood being spilled.
Na most
Why
értek.
kill Metiojos with snakes?
We're prisoners in our own city because of Periklész and his crooked friends. The snake dealer told us it's time to send a message. Time they suffered.
You can't take the law into your own hands. Now I need to decide what to do with you.
Cleon says it's time we took the city back from the elite. Time to fight. Don't matter what you do to us. There will be others who follow our lead.
I know someone gave you those snakes. They used you to do their dirty work. I want to know who.
He's a real hero of Athens. No puppet of Periklész is going to stop him.
Szerintem én most fenyegetős leszek.
Tell me what I want to know, or I'll cut you down right now. Your cause will be forgotten, and so will you.
All right, all right. He's got a
Azért
camp just
mondom.
outside the walls. Sells his snakes from there.
It's not too late to make a difference, but we have to work
Értem, hogy
together.
szegények vagytok, meg minden.
You
És
didn't
hogy az
have to
elit
show
nem
us mercy.
foglalkozik veletek.
But
De
where
hát
do we start?
Start here. This district is your home. Ignore the politicians and concentrate on where you can make change.
Thank you. We will try.
I need to rid Athens of this snake seller.
ja, hogy ez az ő otthonuk, próbáljanak előbb itt rendet tenni. Ez egy kicsit olyan gyurcsános kiszólás volt. Ugye, mint amikor elment a két szegényhez aztán, hogy vaj, tartsatok rendet. Azért ez nem pont úgy működik.
It'll be trouble.
Hé. Ha meg lehetett volna őt, jó, akkor vele nem beszélgetni kellett volna. Hoppá! Na jól van.
You'll feel the sting of my venom.
You're simply delaying this.
Lekötött annak a lehetőség, amit ott mutatott, és nem fogtam fel hirtelen, hogy milyen billentyű kombinációt, milyen gomb kombinációt, nincsenek itt billentyűk a kontroller, szóval hogy milyen gomb kombinációt kéne nyomnom. Így jár az ember, amikor már lassan közel az 50-hez.
I should stay hidden if I don't want to fight.
Nem fogja fel a dolgokat olyan egyszerűen. Anyukát.
I'll end you, Mistios. You'll feel the sting of my venom. You can't stop me.
Aha.
His death should keep friends of Periklész safe.
Jó, hát igen, innentől ő biztonságban van, de ettől nem lettünk okosabbak. Hogy ez egyetem mit akart itt ez a faszi. És hogy mindezt miért csinálta? Ha mindegy, visszamegyünk, azt lejelentjük. Én megmondom őszintén, nekem ez a fasz sem szimpi.
Looks like your situation's improved since we last met.
The danger has passed for now. But while those monsters are out there, no one is safe.
A group of fishermen tied you up. They were being used by a snake dealer working for enemies of Athens.
What did you do with them?
I showed them the error of their ways and sent them on their way. They won't be bothering you again.
I'm glad no blood was shed. But how do you know they won't return?
I made it very clear that doing anything stupid would make me angry.
Well, that must have been a terrifying experience for them. Thank you for your help, Mistios. I'll be sure to mention this to Periklész.
Hát akkor ezt a problémát gyorsan megoldottuk. Akkor már csak egy küldetés van, amit meg kell csinálnunk ahhoz, hogy Periklész fogadjon minket.
την εκτιμήσετε όντας τα προσδόκια του πελάτη και θεμελιώσετε τα δεδομένα και μετά.
You must be the one Periklész sent.
I am. He said there was an ostracism vote, but didn't tell me what I'm here to do.
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
If someone is exiled, can they return?
If they do, they'll be punished.
What does someone have to do to be ostracized?
Anyone seen as a threat to the city or the people is enough. And then it is up to the vote. Some have been ostracized for simply being more disliked than the person they're up against.
What's my role in this?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted. Take the ostraka in this bag and exchange them with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Periklész does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure. Bring me the bag you took from the room and I'll take care of the rest.
No one will see me go in or out. Stay here.
Érdekesebb, mint hogy itt a helyszínek megismerése. Szerintem már mentem el ezen emlékmű mellett. De most jött rá, hogy ott jártunk.
I should be extra careful
Hoppá.
in this area.
Szerintem nem figyeltek. Ahogy figyeltek. Nem láttál semmi. Hopp, az kiment. Ho, az meg éppen jön le. Menj már be az ajtón, te! Szerintem jártunk erre egyébként. Emlékszem, hogy ezek között, ebben a rájövődában volt is ez egy loot. No, 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 no.
Are they dead?
Azt mondja, hogy az emeletre kellene fölmennem. Aha, így be tudunk menni.
That should do it. I should let Periklész' contact know.
Hát, ha már így szakadhatunk.
Goods from all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans. It's done.
You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
I apologize for the delay. There was evidence someone attempted to tamper with the votes. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for. The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We were quite close, although he and Periklész were much closer. It's strange, Periklész wasn't here today to defend him.
Would Periklész normally defend someone?
A good friend? Of course. Yet, Anaxagoras seems pleased with the result. This day has brought more questions than answers.
You said you were close.
He was like a mentor to me. Many of my best thoughts came to fruition through our conversations.
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then, who do you claim to be?
Szerintem Szokratésznek bemutatkozhatunk. Nyugodtan. Nem hiszem, hogy belőle rossz jót gyártattak volna.
My name is Cassandra.
And still, I don't feel I know you. Perhaps I can find out who you are a different way.
You want to know me?
Knowledge is the one good in this world. Surely you agree?
Nem a pénz, nekünk is most a tudás
Of
kell.
course. Knowledge drives everything I do.
Then we are the same in that way.
Knowledge of when to attack, what weapon to
Persze a pénz
use,
se árt
or
egyébként.
when to use reason instead of
Kettő
violence.
együtt, az az
We
igazi.
seem to put our love of knowledge into practice quite differently.
I use it how I need to.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmi, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
I did what I was asked to do.
And your needs are greater than those of the man you helped ostracize. Still, you raise a fine point. Who is more responsible? Anaxagoras for getting himself mixed up in this? Or you, for simply sealing his fate?
Ajajaj. Mi van az, gyerekek? Most csak bocsánat, egy kis kikacsintos. Szóval, hogy a kamasz gyerekek átmennek bunkóba. Csak úgy most látom, hogy így. Tehát miért kell... Meg kell így viselkedni, hogyha nem azt kapod, ami éppen szeretnél. Miért kell? Na mindegy. Nehezek ezek a családi dolgok, ja.
I'm more responsible, but I did it because I have one concern, myself.
Then I hope you also think about today, about Anaxagoras, about choice.
Socrates, there you are.
Here I am.
Csak már menet közben kaptam
They're
egy
all waiting for you.
hírt,
I wish to see
közben én játszom.
Anaxagoras' fate, and
Addig
so I
ment a
have.
nagy összeeszés.
Tell them I'm on my
Oda
way.
bent.
Well, it seems
Csodás.
our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one we have.
I wouldn't know. That's everything Periklész wanted. Time to return to him and find out what these
De
Athenians know
miért
about my mother.
lettem Bounty Huntoltól? Miért azt csináltam, hogy Ez most nem szép. Ugyanabból a kategóriából van 2 beválasz, nekem annak sok értelme nincsen, ahó. Senki nem szól, hogy hülye vagyok. Akkor már lila maradjon.
Feel free to take a look. Enjoy your day.
Eltöltött, még nem kell itt. Nem adtuk el, nem adtuk el.
Best stay out of sight.
Persze, simán az utcán is jöhetünk volna, végül is az is lehet, hogy egyszerűbb lett volna.
Cassandra, it's you!
Phoebe!
You promised we'd see each other again, and now we have.
I also said stay out of trouble.
Which I have. Okay, almost out of trouble.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not
Nagyon
exactly.
nem.
Phoebe.
Akkor
I
hogy
needed
kerültél
a
ide?
drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made
Mi
it.
az? Felszökött egy
I don't
hajóra és
remember
azzal
much
jött
of
el ide.
Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing
Hát
here?
igen,
I'm
van
here
egy
to
kis
get you ready.
különbség.
I have to make
Kezd a
sure you
sziget
leave all
mögött,
your
meg
weapons
ez a
and change
nagyváros
into these
között.
clothes.
So you somehow work here. For Periklész?
No, for Aspasia.
I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. We don't want to scare people in there.
Well... How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I think I'm ready to go in.
Inkább bele se gondolunk pontosan, hogy és mint került ő ide. Milyen árvákat vezetett, hogyan került bajba, és most éppen miért teljesít így. Jó.
Promise you'll take care of my things?
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
Át kell öltöznöm, csinébe.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Thank you for your help, my friend.
Körbe futok, hát ha valami, de attól tartok, hogy csak... Ebben a ruciban nem lehet itten ugrabugrálni, kérem szépen.
Yes, you come and talk to this infuriating young brother. I've had my fill, perhaps later. First, explain to me your...
Megy a pia, megy a... Meg a buli. Nem lesz ennek jó vége, ez ilyen.
We were just discussing Hermipos's failures in his indictment. Well, you were. I was sleeping.
Ennyi szakács ember mellett az ember van, azt tudja melyik kicsoda.
And traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Periklész is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Periklész. You're not different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides!
It looks more like a lover's quarrel to me.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies.
You should drink more.
Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Periklész?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good, and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
This is going to be a long night. Party should be about vomiting up blood,
Nem
not
a mi
vomiting up
világunk ez
poetry.
itt.
These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Periklész is here somewhere, and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your brother said.
Agreed. Periklész needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too.
A new face in Periklész's abode! Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
Did you just call me it? Watch your mouth, Athenian.
It speaks, and so feisty too. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doomed to be the only young and beautiful thing here. So, what do they call you?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides? Now, if you'll excuse us, I was just about to dazzle this old dog with my impression of Periklész. I call it the wooden board.
The man is your host.
Under every stone hides a politician, I always say. And Periklész is no different. It's come back for more. Care to see my impression of Protagoras? I call it the flapping bladder.
Bemossánk ennek a csávónak.
Well, if you'll excuse us, I'm working on my impression of you. I call it the pretty monkey.
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
I've seen lots of fights. That wasn't one.
I really made a fool of myself this time, didn't I? I'm Sophocles, though I'm sure you knew that. And you are?
I am looking for information that'll help me find someone. A Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous, xanthodontus, exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
So we get him drunk and he talks. He sounds more Argive than Athenian.
Impressive, foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Periklész?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Periklész know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen.
Jó, oké, válasz. Ő nagysága, ekkora nagysága. Mit keres itt a hátsó konyhába?
You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
How do you know Periklész?
I believe you mean to...
I'm sure it... I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly...
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
And so it isn't the rich and powerful, but the gods who are the source of justice?
What? No! Care for another impression? My favorite is Sophocles.
That one isn't funny.
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though...
Quickly! Bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's focus on that first, shall we?
I'm Periklész's new servant. I'd be happy to bring some wine.
An Athenian servant, you. And these are wine-pouring muscles.
I was a rower on Periklész's ship where he took pity on me. Now I pour wine for people who question my word. And his.
I wasn't questioning. Perhaps one drink.
Why don't you just apologize to Sophocles?
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire family. He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
Periklész has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Periklész, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breeding, and vulgar manners.
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
This is pure swill.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
Akkor jót választottunk. Az édes borral.
Yeah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more!
You ready for another?
This wine is terrible.
I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Oh, then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Periklész, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Boom. Azért az érdekes, hogy dumcsizással szereztünk egy valag. Na jó, nézzük meg a másikat. Aha. Ezek a hangok elég furák.
Open this door or I'll kick it in!
Igen.
Don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Periklész has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
I thought this party was tame even by Athenian standards. Until now.
Let them have their meeting of the minds. I'm more interested in meeting other parts.
Ali, we're out of oil again.
Ali?
You know they like you when they give you a pet name. There's more olive oil in the kitchen, but Aspasia keeps complaining about me walking unencumbered through her symposiums.
You mean naked?
It sounds so good when you say it.
Itt vannak kis olajta.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
Na baszki, ugorjunk. Lássuk.
You'll have to help me strip off these uncomfortable Athenian robes.
Mutassuk meg neki.
Gladly. If you like, we can feed them to the goat.
There's another goat?
Azért ezek a hangok elég...
Now, it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Theatera? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts.
Ali! Come back inside!
Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anfusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Anthusha in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
Hát azt hiszem mindent megtettünk. Annak érdekében, hogy infohoz jussunk.
If it isn't the one who agrees that knowledge is most important.
I think we agreed our use of that knowledge couldn't be more different.
You remember. Perhaps our conversation can continue.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
If you've been arguing this long and you haven't agreed yet, just give up.
We're discussing the nature of rules. Where better to do so than here? I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers. Even Periklész is self-serving.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby saving his own life, self-serving? I'm not sure that's the case.
Ruling a city and fighting in battle are different things.
By practicing the art of war, doesn't the general guarantee some of his troops a ferry ride to Hades, when a swift retreat would save all their lives?
You just said a general isn't self-serving when he brings order to his troops. Then you said he is self-serving because retreating would save the lives of his men? What are you trying to say?
I never tried to say anything.
But you just said those things.
I said the words, but I didn't say anything at all. I only attempted to gain your view on the matter.
You're wasting your time.
Aspasia.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done.
Socrates is an interesting character.
Ah, Phoebe. Periklész has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Cassandra can help. Everyone listens when she talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Cassandra will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
I did what I had to, and I'd do it again. I make no apologies.
We do what we must to
Kiel
survive,
mummal.
and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
These may be the nicest clothes I've ever worn, but I feel a bit uncomfortable, to be honest.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
I've been searching for a woman named Myrine, my mother. I think she may be in danger, and my search brought me here.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Periklész to come down here and greet his guests.
Akkor kaptunk egy pár nyomot.
I'll help you however I can during your travels.
Thank you for your help, my friend.
Kipkop, itt van egy ajtó. Na végre bejutottunk.
Cassandra!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
She says I don't interact with our guests enough. But these parties aren't for me. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Valójában azért tartóztatta le, hogy biztonságban legyen.
Why send Metiochos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Periklész. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to her, Periklész.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members, and I believe him when he says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need the weapon after all. Are you leaving?
Igen, megyünk.
I've had enough Athenian
Nagyjából
hospitality
megtudtuk,
to
amit
last me a
tudni
lifetime.
You'll
akartunk.
get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
Passzoló. Fogalmam sincs. Bármelyikre mehetünk.
There is a woman in Corinth I'd like to talk to.
I've heard about that place from Alcibiades. He says you don't go there to talk.
Alcibiades says a lot of things.
He sure does. Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia about Kefalonia.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague. You don't think... My friend,
The blood fever. Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia isn't our fault. I'll go myself and find out if this plague even happened, okay?
Okay. Thanks. I knew I could count on you.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Cassandra!
Most, hogy tovább léptünk a sztoriban. Most kaptunk egy ilyen sárga csillagos küldetést. Vagy lehetőséget. Megjelennek ilyen igen, ilyen küldetések, ilyen egyéb színnel. Corfu Quest. Ezek vajon valamilyen mellékeshez, mármint a DLC-hez tartozhatna? Na mindegy is. Megnézzük egyelőre ezeket a sárgákat.
Not today. Turn
This
back.
area will be well defended.
Hát jól át kellett futnunk az egész városon. Ez nem egy picike város. Azt kell, hogy mondjam.
Talking in circles may work on Cassandra. I knew you'd be back for more.
Aj, se visel
I
sokkal
can't say
több
it
ruhát.
hasn't been on my mind, but alas, we must save it for another time.
Whatever you say.
I hate to cut our conversation short, Socrates, but I believe you've talked enough for the both of us. We must find another use for that mouth of yours.
Speak to him long enough, and you may find the smallest hint of knowledge veiled deep behind his enthusiastic advances.
A compliment and an insult in the same sentence. He truly is gifted. You've arrived at the perfect time. I have a friend named Sophanes who wants to become an Athenian citizen, but he needs a bit of help. Your help.
I can't wait to hear why it's my help he needs.
Any Mystios would do, really, but you're my favorite. All you need to do is sign my friend's name on a little list.
There has to be a reason Sophanes can't sign the list himself.
Well, he would, but he isn't nearly as able as you are.
Meaning?
Meaning, you have skills he doesn't possess. He'd fail if he tried on his own.
Why Athens? Surely he's a citizen somewhere else already.
Everyone wants to be an Athenian citizen, even if they don't say so. Sophanes has a mind for politics, but can only participate as a citizen.
I didn't realize you had a list of mercenaries you favor. And I'm at the top?
Of course you are. Although, if you ask nicely, I would happily let you be on the bottom.
This sounds simple. Now tell me why it isn't.
There's this small matter that you'll have to enter the Metroon, where you're not allowed, and forge his name well enough, of course.
So he's trying to become a citizen illegally. You should have led with that.
I'll try to remember that the next time. The building you're looking for is near the Agora. Be safe.
I don't speak in circles or any other shape. You answered one of my questions, and that brought another to mind.
And another.
Ezt hívják közfürdőnek, nem?
I don't want to be spotted here.
Μεγαλώνει με θεά.
Aha. Fel kellett volna beütnöm, de hát ugye... De nem akarok én ennyi mindenkit itten elzélni. Ez full gáz. Nekünk rontanak itten. Csak azért, mert odaálltam a bejárati ajtóhoz. Mondta valaki, hogy... Én ott be akarok menni, még csak meg sem mozdultam, el is futottam rögtön. Civilek is így nekem rontana.
There, his name's been signed. Time to get back to Alcibiades.
Végül is megszereztük, míg keresgélnek. Fogalmaztuk, úgy eltereltük a figyelmüket. Fenyeget. Komolyan, nem mászkálhatunk szabadon a város utcáin. Milyen dolog ez?
My favorite Misthios returns.
And with good news, too.
My favorite kind. You did it then?
Of course I did. Sophanis's name is now on the citizen list.
Perfect. I knew you were the right Misthios for the job.
Ez ennyi? Van még neki itt mit tartogat, úgy látom.
There's one more thing that needs to be done.
If you told me this needed to be done before, I could have taken care of it already.
Maybe, but this way I get to see you more often.
Just tell me what you need.
Unfortunately, getting Sofani's name on the list doesn't make him a citizen. He also needs a witness who can validate his citizenship.
So you want me to be the witness?
If only it were that easy. No, there's someone I have in mind. An extremely handsome man by the name of Peros.
I'll find your handsome witness.
Perfect! I knew you'd be willing to help.
There must be a good reason we can't be witnesses.
Of course. The witness must be an Athenian citizen, but it can't be a friend. Be careful with Perus, though. It's easy to lose oneself in his gaze.
If there's more after this, I want to know now.
Of course! This should be the last thing.
Should?
I mean is.
Valahogy nem hiszek neki.
Time to find Peros.
He's often around the Justice Building on the east side of the Agora.
And I just ask him to help?
Peros needs to say that the
csak
parents of Sophanis were both Athenian. How you get him to do it is up to you.
Na előbb arra futottunk, hogy így erre, és volt azt mondja... Igen, tehát itt van a piactér. Innen éjszakra. Jó.
Η τραγωδία κινείται μεταξύ τριών βαθμίδων. Δύση εκτιμής ελαιόντος
The witness. There you are.
Θαλάσσης πόλεμος απαξίει τα μπορέσει να κινήσει. Είναι καμιστή
That's the guy Alcibiades called handsome? Can't say I agree with him.
You tell Theon I'm not giving him anymore. If he wants to talk to me, he can come himself.
I'm not here about debts.
Well, what do you want then?
There's something I need your help with. Well, you'd actually be helping someone else.
That someone sent you tells me it's something I'd be better off avoiding.
You just need to validate a man's citizenship. Alcibiades said it's an easy role for you to play.
Ah, Alcibiades. He is persistent. And who is this man I meant to help?
His name is Sophanis.
Sophanis. I know that name well. I won't help you though, not for him.
I don't know him. Why don't you want to help?
Ja, miért nem
True
akarsz
mystios never get all the information up front. Sophanis betrayed his men for Drachmi. He deserves death, not citizenship. Ah, look, it isn't your fault. You didn't know, but now you do.
Hát, hogyha ez ennyi.
You're right. If it's like you say, he
Akkor
doesn't
nem
deserve
megyünk
to call
bele.
himself an Athenian.
I'm glad we can agree. I'm just sorry you had to come all this way to find out.
Akkor ezt megmondjuk neki, jaj. Azért megexeltünk vele még. Nem kell, hogy átmenjünk gerinctelembe. Mondjuk a 200-ért elállta volna, akkor az se lett volna túl gerinces.
You've returned!
Socrates too, it seems.
Much like you, he just can't seem to stay away. I hope there were no issues.
Pyrrhus didn't want to do it. When he told me why, I understood.
I see. Sophanis will be disappointed.
You kept information from me. Information that would have been nice to know.
I believe people like Sophanis deserve second chances. I didn't think what he did mattered to you.
Next time, let me decide what matters to me.
Understood. I should give Sophanis the news.
Do not bad citizens do harm to their neighbors and good citizens good? Is it possible to tell if someone will be good or bad without first giving them a chance?
Ajaj. Hát, őszintén. Van azért, aki
Person
képes.
isn't the same forever. Someone bad can become
De nem
good.
sokan.
But is the inverse not also true? Someone considered good can then become bad? How can we predict someone's actions now, let alone in the future?
simply can't. One thing I've learned is people are unpredictable. It's what makes my job so hard sometimes.
If what you say is true, we can either hope we are right and that people will be good, or limit risk by not giving people like Sofanis a chance. I wonder then if bad actions can reverse good or good actions can reverse bad. Perhaps we can speak on that another time.
Thank the gods.
Na jó. Én azt hiszem, hogy itt most így pont elég is, és itt kaptunk újabb mellékküldetéseket. Úgyhogy innen folytatjuk legközelebb. Na szasztok!